Hey there, welcome. My name is Jessica Buchanan, and I'm a New York Times bestselling author, professional speaker, and founder of Soul Speak Press, a non traditional publishing company created for women who've been through something, now they know something, and they can teach us something. In Her Words is a podcast designed to support aspiring memoir authors on their writing and publishing journey. It's hard work, this writing and publishing stuff, and I want to empower you with encouragement and information so you can keep sharing your truth. So grab your coffee, your notebook, find a quiet space, and let's dive in. Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. If you're listening to this the day that it comes out Wednesday, maybe you are in full throttle turkey mode. And you're listening to this while you're cooking or while you're thinking about cooking or putting off cooking or just not cooking at all. I don't know. Anyway, at the time that this comes out, I will be driving down to the mountains so that I can um, spend the day with my sister, getting ready for the next day. We have an unusual, I've been told, Thanksgiving tradition. Um, and we haven't done it for the past couple of years just because we've had like lots of littles in the family. And um, this year we are reinstituting something that we've done for several years in the past. And we go on a Thanksgiving Day hike, which I think a lot of people do. So that's not unusual. But what we end up doing is taking our food on the trail with us. So we don't do typically a big Thanksgiving meal at the table. We cook all day Wednesday, let everything cool down, and then we pack it up and we will reheat it Thursday morning, and then we'll pack it all up, and everybody disperses turkey and stuffing and all the good things throughout their backpacks. And we do this particular hike that we've done every year. My dad found it, of course. And so it's Tar Jacket Ridge. It's off the Appalachian Trail in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And we hike a couple miles up to this beautiful viewpoint with plenty of room for the kids to run around, and we unpack our paper plates and we unfold the tin foil from around our turkey. It's usually sort of cold by then, but it doesn't matter. We don't care. And we sit there and we have just the most magical Thanksgiving meal, sitting on the ground, surrounded by mountains. And almost every time we've done this, we've had amazing weather. I've never seen my dad happier than when we do this. One year, I think it was the second to last year, before we took a break, we were all sitting there. And I mean, there are a lot of us, right? So there are like 12 of us. And we have another family joining us this year. So we're going to be like 15 people. And this through hiker comes around the corner and up the ridge. And he'd been on the trail. I mean, through hiking is right, like just months and months and months of hiking. And he had he, he was like, "What is this? What is happening? What is going on?" And I it was incredible because we always bring extra food. And so he was just like, what is this like sorcery that is happening on the trail? And we were just like, here's Thanksgiving dinner. Would you like to join us for a Thanksgiving meal? And he was like, yeah, I think so. And so it was so cool. We had such a great time. My dad was just like in heaven asking him questions because it was always his big dream to through hike the AT. And yeah, it's awesome. So I'm super excited that we're going to be doing that again this year. And that's kind of what's on my mind. Outside of just the general things that I am grateful for, trying to be grateful for. This year, 2025 has been one for the books. It has been hard. I'm not going to lie. I think I've alluded to that throughout the course of my recordings on here, and I'm coming to terms with some things that are going to be changing in our lives, and it's going to be 2026 is going to be interesting. I'm not ready to share in detail. I'm not trying to be cryptic, but I'm not ready to share in detail yet, but I will share when I can. And also just to let you know, I'm going to be taking a break from In Her Words. I've got some new projects lined up, some things I'm really excited about. So I hope you are signed up on our newsletter. I hope you follow me on socials. And we have archived what I think we've got like 35, 40 episodes here that you always have access to. And so I hope that there has been some education and some empowerment that has come through the recording of these episodes. But I think it's time for me to take a break and reevaluate and figure out what 2026 is going to look like for me because there's going to be some massive change. Um, so what am I grateful for? I mean, such a cliche question, and yet it's so loaded. You know that saying, be careful or what you ask for because you might just get it. I think I'm in one of those times in my life which is causing it's like for years I've been asking for certain things, right? Of God, the universe, angels, all the spirits, divine providence, whatever you want to call it. And it's finally happening. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 wait, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Just psych, just joking. And so, um, yeah, I'm grateful for the confirmation that someone is listening. And as if I had any doubt, my whole life has just been one series of miracles after the other. Because it's a faith walk, right? But I am grateful for the confirmation, to know that I am being guided, even if it's scary and it's unexpected and faster than I thought it was going to be. So I'll leave that there. What are you grateful for? If we think about what it means to be grateful, to have gratitude, to hold that in the space in our hearts that perhaps goes largely ignored and we don't sit with it often enough. Every day, I was talking to my sister about this yesterday, just grateful for the health of my children. I'm grateful for their mental health and their physical health. Um, and I'm grateful for mine. I am reminded every day, I think, that it can change in an instant. I have a client who's struggling physically right now, and it's like you don't know. You could just wake up tomorrow morning and suddenly things don't feel okay anymore in your body or in your mind, or things might just not be okay in the world around you because this is weird times we're living in. Um, and so really all we have is right now, the present moment. All we have is what we have right in front of us. And so I'm just grateful, I guess, for the strength and the fortitude to be able to move through moment by moment, because sometimes life requires us to just take it in those moment by moment increments. And so, yeah, again, it sounds cliche, but it's been really hitting me hard as I'm getting older and I'm watching my peers around me start to struggle in one way or another. And again, like I just not in a prayer of desperation, but just a prayer of gratitude. Thank you that I woke up today and I feel good and I feel strong and I can think clearly and um, I I I can make it through the day. And I think sometimes I've been thinking a lot about how I, in particular, get bored so easily, and how I've been talking to my kids about this a lot because, my son is in middle school and there are a couple classes that he doesn't like. He's like, it's just so boring. And I'm like, you know what? A lot of life is just really boring, you know? And if we can learn how to sit with ourselves, if we can learn how to sit with it and just be in that present moment and stop projecting and stop demanding that it not feel um, painless and exciting all the time, then we've really done something here with this human experience. I think we're learning what we need to learn. So, not to be a Debbie Downer, However, I think it's important to sit with those things. And I would just encourage you, um, again, I'm sorry about the cliches, but there's a thread of truth in all of them that if you're struggling this season, I would really ask you to sit down and write. That's your prompt. Write about what you feel grateful for right now. Because sometimes, whew, that is the only thing that's going to get us through the day is seeing it in black and white. I am grateful for you and all of the support that I've gotten and the clients and the authors that come to Soul Speak Press to tell their stories. I'm grateful that you have listened and you downloaded and you reference these episodes. And when I'm ready to share and unveil what's next, I hope you'll be here. But in the meantime, I hope that you just keep writing. Thank you guys. I love you all, and I wish you such a happy Thanksgiving holiday, and I'll see you soon. In Her Words is hosted by me, Jessica Buchanan, and is produced by Soul Speak Press, a non-traditional publishing house for women who are ready to tell their story. If you would like to know more about our submission process, I encourage you to check us out at www.soulspeakpress.com or follow us over on Instagram at Soul Speak Press. We appreciate all your questions, and if you would like to leave us a review, we would be so grateful.